fireplaces, and older non-certified wood stoves and inserts to new EPA-certified devices and an additional $500 when upgrading to a natural gas device. And registering your clean-burning wood or pellet stove or insert with the Valley Air District allows you to burn more frequently during winter months while still reducing pollution. Visit valleyair.org and find out more about the Burn Cleaner program and how to register your EPA-certified wood or pellet burning heater. This has been your Healthy Air Living Report from the Valley Air District.
My name is Josh, and you're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
Then, when I introduce my guests, have them on, and all three of us. Good afternoon. How is everybody out there? This is Lion Connie O'Day. And this is the Lions We Serve live show coming from Stockton, California. Today I wanted to tell you a little bit about lions that some of you may not know. Nearly 100 years ago, lions started serving the communities, and this year we are celebrating our 100th centennial anniversary. And our goal is for this year to serve worldwide at least more than 100 million people by June 2018. And I'm lost here a little bit in what I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about the centennial challenges that we have, and probably many of you out there that are Lions already know about the centennial challenges. The things that we really are looking for this year is to work with and engaging our youth. And we have Leo's clubs, and these are high school students, and we are wanting to engage this year even more with the youth in the community and into volunteerism and helping the youth to progress in anything that they would like to do. The other thing is sharing the vision. Now, sharing the vision is to the future cases of unnecessary blindness. That is one of our main goals, is fighting blindness. And so this year we were really looking forward to doing as much as possible in saving and working with blindness and prevention of visual impairment. The third thing that we're looking at for this centennial year is relieving hunger. This is all over the world, and in so many places all over the world, there are so many people that are hungry. Children are hungry every day. They don't have food. Even here in the United States is the same way. And so this is one of the projects that many of our clubs are doing this year to help to alleviate hunger. The final one is protecting our environment. And the idea is to protect and improve the environment that helps to make our communities healthier for a place to live. And we're hoping that all of you out there in the Lions clubs are doing one or all of these centennial projects. And also, I'd like to continue on to tell you a little bit more about the Lions. For those who don't know, we were started in 1917, and being that this is our centennial year of 2017, we are actually in 206 countries, and we have over 48,000 Lions clubs throughout the whole United States, and with millions and millions of members. Right here in Stockton, California, we have 5 Lions clubs. And in my whole district, you all know we all have districts. We are District 4A1. And in our district, we have 65, I'm sure that's right, 65 I'm asking my guests, 65 active clubs, or close to 65 active clubs right now. And we are going to be having...
And we have close to 2,000 members.
Oh, yes, I have to tell you that. We have almost 2,000 members. And in fact, this Wednesday, I am installing 2 new members into my club, which is the Stockton San Joaquin Lions Club in Stockton, California. I want to tell you a special item here. The District 4A1 has a camp. The camp is especially for the hearing impaired students. And during the summer, for about 2.5 weeks, we have students from all over that are hearing impaired. And they come to this camp, and it's called Camp Pacifica. We have all of our staff for the camp they are signers. We have a nurse that is also a signer. We have a huge kitchen, a beautiful swimming pool. We have a lake for canoeing. We have a bicycle track, a road bike, a mountain bike type of track, and horses. In fact, one of our lions in our district cares for our horses during the year and then brings the horses every summer for the children to ride the horses. And every week, or every day, excuse me, of the camp, 1 or 2 of our Lions clubs volunteer to come up and cook a fantastic lunch, cook a fantastic dinner, and participate in some of the activities that particular day. But during the year, we also rent the camp out to other organizations, to family reunions, because we have cabins, many cabins there. That's where the students stay when they're there for the 2 weeks of our Lions camp. And we also have hookups for RVs. And this is where my message to you comes in. Right now, Camp Pacifica is looking to have people come and stay free and be volunteer camp sitters during the week and on some weekends. This opportunity is available through October 1st, which is already passed, but it's from now until February 27th of 2018. And you would if you come and you hook up your RV, and you will have access to the fishing pond, to wonderful hiking, and to the gun and archery range. And we also would like you, if you're interested in doing that, you can contact me on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Connie Flolo, FLOLO-O'Day, ODEA. And if you're interested, please contact me or contact District 4A1's Camp Pacifica. That would be great. And so if you want to get a weekend away with your RV or a week away, come and be a camp volunteer camp sitter. We would really appreciate that. Another thing that is happening here in the Stockton, San Joaquin area is we are having a multicultural fair, health fair. Let me say that again. Multicultural Health and Community Fair. It's this coming Saturday, October 7th. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., free admission. And it's at the Normandy Village Shopping Center. And for those of you who live around Stockton, California, that's on the corner of West Lane and Hammer Lane. There will be over 25 different vendors there. There's going to be a stage with entertainment. One of our entertainers is going to be a comedian called Insane Wayne. Insane Wayne is a wheelchair user and one of the most popular comedians in our area. And he advertises as 100% comedy, 0% stand-up. You have to come out and see him. He will be performing at 11 o'clock, and there's going to be all types of information on healthcare and community activities that are going on in our community. So please come out, 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. this Saturday, October 7th, at Normandy Village Shopping Center. And then another thing that is going on, and this is for Lions, the Zone 2 and 1 here in Stockton, I believe 2 and 1, maybe 2 and 3. Well, anyway, we are sponsoring a fundraiser for the Lodi Memorial Hospital for their department that takes care of premature babies. We're having a flapjack fundraising at Applebee's in Lodi. That's this on Saturday, October 21st. And it is from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. And it's $10 for the tickets per person. And part of that money goes to Applebee's, but the majority of it goes for our fundraising to help buy new equipment for Lodi Memorial Premature Baby Department. And the reason why they need this equipment is because some of the severe cases of premature babies cannot be given care at the hospital, and they have to airlift them to Stanford University Hospital. So with raising this money for the Lodi Memorial Hospital, we're going to be able to purchase the equipment so our babies could stay here and be cared for. So if you have nothing to do on the morning of Saturday, October 21st, come out to Applebee's and have a wonderful breakfast. That's from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay, very good. We have lots and lots of wonderful things going on in our community. We have also, for those of you who are in District 4A1, November 10th and 11th of this year is our quarterly district meeting. This meeting is going to be in Columbia, California, and it is on November 10th, Friday, and Saturday, November 11th. Friday on November 10th, we're going to have a dinner and speakers and a lot of socializing and a lot of lion fun. On Saturday, we have our business meeting, and all of our different district chairpersons with all the different district projects, they will be giving a report on the current projects. We will also be having speakers, and we also have training courses and breakouts, we call them, and we have training for like the president and training for secretaries and for treasurers, and sometimes training in the use of the multimedia and computer for our web pages. So it becomes an absolutely wonderful district meeting. You won't want to miss it if you're here in District 4A1. And let me see, what is my next? Okay, here is a big one for all of California. The Lions Club's International Multimedia District 4 LC16 Convention is going to be in San Diego, California. It's going to be February 5th, 2018 through February 11th. And there is going to be all types of wonderful, wonderful information given out, a wonderful event. And I'm hoping that everybody will try to make reservations before March. Well, let's see, starting March 7th, you can, which has already passed, you can be making reservations. And actually, if you make your reservations before the December 31st of 2017, you will get the Super Saver package, and that's only $250. And that includes everything, including a pin for the convention. So I hope that those of you who like to come to our international conventions will come to this one, and you'll hear more about it as time goes on from me. Okay, let me see. Now, here is the best part of our program, is our guest today. Our guest today is Rod and Vaughn Smith. They are from Arnold's Lions Club up in Arnold, California. And they are leading a fantastic Lions project that is dealing with it's called the Three Senses Trail. This trail is being built and reestablished, rebuilding it at the Calaveras Big Trees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn over right now to Rod Smith and to Vaughn. They are going to tell you all about this wonderful program. Okay.
So thank you, Lion President Connie, for inviting Lion Vaughn and me to this radio program, actually video program. And I appreciate the opportunity to tell you about our favorite project. If you could.
I'm going to show you some wonderful pictures here.
The name of the project is the Calaveras Big Tree State Park Three Senses Trail Rehab and Upgrade. And I have been working on this project with the state park system since December of 2015. We just recently, actually in May, got the approval of the entire plan from the state, and we got matching fund grant from Lions Club International Foundation. I'll tell you a bit more about that. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about Calaveras Big Tree State Park and the trail. Calaveras Big Tree State Park is in fact the longest running recreational facility in California. There was a hotel there that was in fact a recreational hotel in 1854. It became a state park in 1931, and it was the second state park in the state park system. What's unique about Calaveras Big Tree State Park is there are two old groves of giant sequoias, the North Grove and the South Grove, and there is actually a new grove called the Bradley Grove that is in the process of growing. The trees are the largest trees in the world. We don't have any trees 3,000 years old in Calaveras Big Trees, but some of the trees do get to be over 3,000 years old. It's very hard not to walk into that park and feel awed by the enormity of these trees and the majesty of these trees. In 1974, they brought the, I'm going to start. The Lions have been connected to this park for a long, long time. And I'm showing a picture here. When I went and made a presentation to the Stockton Host Club, Lion Wayne Richmond mentioned to me that Stu Gibbons, who was a member of the Stockton Host Club, was one of the people involved with that park. I went back to find out some of the story of Lion Stu Gibbons, and in fact he was the president of an organization called the Calaveras Grove Association. The Calaveras Grove Association and the Sierra Club and the Save the Redwoods League combined together to advocate for the acceptance of Calaveras big trees into the state park system. The members of the Calaveras Grove Association were from Calaveras County, but also from Stockton and Lodi.
These are all cities in California.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
So, in fact, and I'm not sure, but I'm guessing who Stu Gibbons was, probably was at one point the president of the host club.
Most likely.
Yeah. So, in 1972, they brought in the, what happened was the Calaveras Big Trees Association was formed. And in 1976, one of the first things they did was they built a trail for the blind. And this is a picture of that trail in 1976. And it was unique at the time. And it was the woman who did it was a member of the Calaveras Big Trees Association. Her name was Ernestine Russell. We are proposing to rebuild that trail because while there have been attempts to maintain it, there hasn't been a lot of money for it, and a lot of things have changed since 1976. You may all know about the Americans Disability Act, ADA. Those rules require that the trail be accessible, which means that it has to be hard surfaced, has to be a certain width, has to have a certain foundation, and the effect of that is it's very pricey. Other things have happened since then. They had Braille signs on the trail. Braille has changed, so people who read current Braille have difficulty reading the Braille on the signs that are on the trail already. Some of the things that naturally, since 1976, some of the trees are taller than they were then. Some of the stumps are rotten now. So what we need to do is recognize in the trail and change the stations that reflect what the park looks like right now. We will be, incidentally, here is a picture of what it looks like in the winter.
Ooh, that's
For those
beautiful.
who understand, you're always recommended to take time in green space, to relax. This is major league green space. So this will be an opportunity for people, no matter who they are, to come and relax in the park and benefit from the experience of being part of a sequoia redwood community. Things that we have been involved with in this project. We've been involved with redesigning the trail, and I mentioned that we got permissions for the new project from the state. We are making the trail conform to the requirements of the Massachusetts Audubon Society, All Persons Trail, and they have a set of recommendations and rules for what should be done. We're going to be incorporating, and as it turned out, we did incorporate them before we even knew that the Massachusetts Audubon Society had these rules. We had several, in fact, Lion Jennifer Gass has visited our trail and has given us advice on things that we should use. I'll mention another person who came on the trail with us, and when he came, he was in kindergarten, and he was a blind boy, and he has been back to the park. I talked to him about 3 weeks ago. He's been back to the park several times since then. He actually goes in and listens to the birds in the museum because he loves to do that.
Okay. Yes. Now this is a map.
Yes, this is gives you an idea of what the trail will look like, how the pieces will come together. Down on the right-hand side, you will see it says the, what does it say, Connie?
On this side?
Right there.
Okay, there is the California, oh no.
Oh no, right here, this one.
Oh, okay, right here is the Big Tree Creek. And
this is the original trail where I'm running right there. So from
okay, I'll let you point to it.
And this is the Big Trees Big Trees Creek. And from the winter through to about the middle of July, it has water running through it. This is the original trail that we have to rebuild. Because you cannot access on an ADA accessible trail from here, we are rebuilding a trail, or building a new trail over to this ADA accessible trail that already exists. And we're building a spur down to here where there will be 2, perhaps 3 benches that people can sit and meditate. And they can listen to the water running when it's running.
Birds.
They can listen to the animals and birds. And they can experience the fact that next to a stream, it will actually be a little cooler than up here, which will be something that most of us probably don't think of, but somebody who has sensory problems will pick up right away. Then up here at the visitor center, which is the new visitor center, there is a garden. And we are going to be building a touching garden there so that people can actually, the plants will all be native plants, and visitors can touch the leaves, feel the leaves, and smell them.
And then what are the other buildings?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Let's go to this side here. Okay. Let's bring it that straight there. Okay.
Here we are. This is the garden as you see it, as you will see it right now. We are going to be taking on this side. This will be a raised garden, and people on wheelchairs or people who are walking will be able to walk right next to it and just reach down and touch the plant. They'll be at about a little over 2 foot above the trail itself. This side, the other side, will be 2 other types of environments within the park. One of them will be a water environment. One of them will be a forest environment. They're all flowers and shrubs from the forest, from Big Trees itself.
And that's the touching garden.
That's the touching garden.
Fantastic.
And this is a picture of that touching garden that was created by a professional photographer, Alan Beamer. And you can see that this is the raised part of it, and these will be the shrubs and plants over here. And so Alan did a great job for us. It gives you an idea of what it will be.
That's beautiful. Okay, these are talking points.
So I'd like to talk a little bit more about what's going on with the trail itself. The physical trail we are rebuilding, but we're also redoing 14 stations around the trail and putting in new, there'll be a map relief, there will be a relief of cones, so that people, blind people, can touch these relief maps and get a feel for what's, if I talk about a cone, they'll get a feel for what that cone is.
Now, what is a cone?
There are, 6 different kinds of conifer trees. And a conifer tree is a tree that that has cones.
Pine cones.
Pine cones.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Pine cones, all right. Okay. Oh, yes.
And they range from the sugar pines, where the cones can be 10 inches long, to the giant sequoias, where the cone is maybe an inch long. Yes? But they will be able to feel those. And I've actually watched a blind person looking at, if I can use the expression, looking at the cones with their fingers, and
yes,
it was really
that's what
incredible.
They do.
Right. Yeah. So so we will have those, and we will have the touching garden. We will actually have smelling stations, okay, so that people can smell the forest. And one of the predominant smells, of course, is rotting wood. One of the other predominant things that many people will notice is what they can't smell, which is one of the advantages of going to a remote place like Calaveras Big Tree State Park, and you don't get to smell the city.
You don't smell the exhaust or
exactly,
or diesel fuels or all the different food, fast food places.
You get to smell fresh air.
Wonderful.
Or it's a new definition for fresh air. Right? We will have audio guides, and we're creating right now the descriptions that will be given at each of the stations. So people will be able to rent a tablet, or they will be able to take a USB file and put it onto their own tablets, and they can then go around the trail, and at each station they can say, I'm at station 14, and they will listen to the recording for station
audio
14. The audio
description of what's there.
Right. And there will also be, we will be recording bird sounds from the park. These will be birds that are native to the park. And it will be like another station that people could sit in one of the meditation benches and listen to it and just call up the bird and hear what it sounds like.
Oh, fantastic.
And this, a blind person could then be sitting and saying, I would like to hear that, and then be able to identify a bird. And I think that would be something that my young friend would love to be able to do, is to go into the park and be able to hear what a bird sounds like and be able to identify it. And in fact, the Massachusetts Audubon Society, their all persons trails were designed by a blind person whose objective was to be able to go and listen to the birds. So we're following on with that idea.
Very good. Okay.
we get now to the things that we can do. Well, first of all, Lion President Connie talked about the centennial, and our project was accepted as the District 4A1 Lions Centennial Challenge project. And we are presenting this to the Lions clubs as, again, as our challenge project. As she said, the challenge foci are youth, vision, youth, environment, and hunger. And clearly, 3 of those 4 things are implicit in this project. And given the importance of Calaveras Big Trees to the Calaveras County economy, arguably it even is supportive of the hunger issue. So again, it has been accepted as our challenge project, and we're reaching out to all of the Lions clubs to help us fund this project, and we're reaching out to the community as well and to other agencies.
Now, Rod, let me just ask you if other clubs, even worldwide or throughout the United States or throughout the world, donate to this project, can they, on their centennial projects, say that they are supporting this project?
Get the top club points.
They get what?
Top club points.
They get club points for that.
Top club points.
Top
Club.
top club points.
So
for
any club that contributes to this project, it will be recognized, and they will get top club points.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good project for everybody out there.
Now, there are 2 things that we need to mention, and one is how expensive it is.
Okay.
We did an estimate with the help of the state park system, the state park people. We are estimating that the rehab of the trail itself will be, what, $106,000?
$106,000, yes.
And that, in fact, is actually recognizing that all of the supervision that will be provided by the park will be given to us. We will be using a lot of volunteer labor, and so while you may think that's pricey, a trail, an ADA accessible trail, typically costs something over $200 a foot. And so an 800-foot trail should cost $160,000. So that involves all the rock we have to buy, all of the wood that we're going to mill, because we'll be able to use wood from the park, and other contractual things that are going on. It does not include the stations and the signs, and those are included in the interpretive section. And that is estimated to be around $89,000. So the $25,000 we're showing for administration is actually things like Lion Vaughn and my trip down to Houston or to Stockton today to speak at this in this video, which is not being paid for by the Lions. You can be assured of that. We're paying for that ourselves. So we need your help in raising. Lions Club International Foundation has given our project a matching fund grant of $97,000. We have to raise the matching funds of $97,000 by the 8th of November. At this moment, we are over halfway there, but we only have a month left. So we're asking for your help, and we're really appreciative of the support we're getting from all of the Lions clubs up till now. More important is Lions, the motto of Lions is we serve. And these will be opportunities where you can serve. We pointed out the touching garden. That touching garden will require a lot of maintenance. We have some very excellent people who are managing that and looking after that right now, but they will be able to, they can take assistance from people who would like to come up and help them build the garden and maintain it each year. Other areas that we can work on in the future. We're expecting that, or planning on having one weekend a month during the main season, which is 7 months long, May through October. That's 7 months? Close. Right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much so.
One weekend a month where we will encourage people to come up to the park, and there will be special guided tours around the trail. And so in your club, you can reach out to the disabled in your community and bring them up to the park. And we will have people who are trained to work with the disabled people. Now, one of the things about the trail is when it was originally put in, it was specifically for the blind, but we also discovered it was a great teaching trail. And this will also become a teaching trail. We have over 7,000 school children attend the park, come to the park each year. They come from as far away as Modesto. And you can be supportive of that activity as well. And the Leo clubs could in fact come up and work with disabled people. The other thing I would like to talk to you about is we have set donor recognition levels. We've grouped them into 7 different groups. Anybody
Yes.
who donates $25 or more will receive a trail pin. Anybody who donates $100 or more will be recognized will get a pin and be recognized in publications. As you go up into the people who donate $5,000 or more, and interestingly, at this point, we have 6 groups who fall into that category.
Oh my, that's very
and
good.
And hopefully we're going to have some more. They will be recognized by having their name on a bench. A club can donate, an individual lion can donate, a club could sponsor an event to raise money, as one of the clubs in Stockton is doing. There are various ways that you can help and work with us on this. So I ask you to think about how you folks can contribute to this. It will go ahead, and it will be done, and we will in fact be able to go to MD4 and say, we have completed this project. So help us to do that.
Thank you, Rod. Now I would very much like to introduce your wife, Vaughn, And Vaughn has been a docent and has given very many guided tours of this trail and through the Calaveras Big Trees. So Don, Vaughn, I'm sorry. Please tell us what your experience has been working with as a volunteer.
As a volunteer, there are so many places that you can volunteer. You talked about guided tours. We give a weekly guided tour in the winter, in the summer a daily guided tour around the North Grove. It's a mile and a half, and there's always somebody out there helping you. But that's only one place. We have snowshoe tours.
Oh my!
And in the winter, we have free snowshoes for adults and children. And once a week, we lead a snowshoe tour.
That would be fun.
Oh, it is. And then you come back to the warming hut. And at the warming hut, you get free hot chocolate or cider. And there's a ginormous fireplace. And you can take off your wet clothes if you've been snowshoeing or skiing or sledding and get warm. So that's part of volunteering. Of course, we work in the park store. We lead school children tours. They have, excuse me, they have a wonderful program down at the creek. It's called Creek Critters, and they once a week, or sometimes twice a week, they go down there in the summer, and they have magnifying glasses, and they dip up water, and then they look at all the creatures.
Is that for the children?
For children.
Oh, wonderful.
And so we have an ice cream stand in the summer, which is all maintained by volunteers. So you walk around the park and get an ice cream. So it's wonderful. It's if you can only do it 2 or 3 times a year, just come up and do it, and just enjoy the park. It's incredible.
Now, from say if somebody's coming up Highway 99 here through California, how would they find Arnold and the Big Trees?
You know, that was a good question, because I meant to answer that right at the very beginning and I forgot. Calaveras Big Trees is 3 miles east on Highway 4 from Arnold, California. Arnold, California is actually 23 miles east of Angels Camp, California, on Highway 4.
And 60 miles from Stockton.
And actually 63 miles
From Stockton.
From Stockton.
From Highway 99.
Yeah, from Highway 99.
To Calaveras Big Trees. In fact, it's probably about an hour and a half, less than 2 hours from any one of the Lions clubs, the towns where we have Lions clubs.
In our district.
In our district.
Right.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, I'll tell you, I have appreciated so much of you coming on my show today and talking about this fantastic program that you're doing. I mean, I've gone to Calaveras Big Trees myself many times when I was younger with family, and it was absolutely beautiful, and as an adult too. I never knew about this trail, but I learned about it from Jennifer Gass, who you were talking about, who's been up there many times. She's a member of my club, and Jennifer is blind, and she has helped to give you some advice and some ideas and so forth. And being an advocate for those with disabilities myself, I am just so thrilled that you are designing this. We need more and more of these kinds of trails through wonderful forests and areas of where people with vision can go all the time. But we need to make sure that those without vision and those with disabilities can also access. And this project that you're doing up here at Calaveras Big Trees is a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. And I hope all of you out there are going to think about helping out. Is there a web page, or can you just go to Calaveras Big Trees and find out about this project, or Arnold's Lions Club?
we can, if they contact me at, I'll give you my email address.
Okay.
I can send them a brochure. We have a brochure. We don't have a web page where you can get this information.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate, but.
Well, we now have it on Lions We Serve live video, so you can come back to this and find out a lot. What is your web page?
What my email address?
Yes, your email address.
RODCHSMITH@hotmail.com, and with that brochure that I have down here.
Oh, I had the brochure myself a little bit ago.
And there's not enough.
Okay. What I will do is I will be announcing the project every week on our show. Yes, because this is a very important centennial project. It's a very important Lions project. It's a very important community project. And so I will remind everybody every week about this project at Calaveras Big Trees with the Sensory Trail. It's a marvelous, marvelous program. So, here you have the brochure.
And
Okay.
if people would like to donate, that's how they would do it.
Okay, we can send to your club if you would contact me through the San Joaquin Lions Club on our Facebook page, or Rod just gave you his email. And this brochure here, let me see if I can get it up. Okay, this brochure here can be sent to you, and it tells everything about the project. And it's absolutely beautiful, and it has a section where you can put your donation and name, etc. on it too. So just contact us.
So you can actually pay by credit card and by PayPal. And the way you do that is you go to the Calaveras Community Foundation, and this is where if you can read that.
Okay. All right. The Calaveras Community Foundation address is P.O. Box 1436, Angels Camp, California, 95222. So you can write to that, and I will be reminding you every week about this wonderful project for us Lions. And so, Vaughn, when I've talked to you before, you've been so excited all the time about doing your guiding through the forest and all the different things that you are doing. And Rod, the things that you have been doing, oh my goodness gracious, and your whole club. It's your club that is sponsoring this, right?
Yes.
Right, the Arnold's Lions Club in Arnold's, California is the ones that came up with the project. And very quickly, I want to tell you the other organizations that are included in building this trail. We have not only the Arnold's Club, but we have the Calaveras Community Foundation, Calaveras Big Trees Association, Lions District 4A1, our district, Lions International. And this, like Rod said, this is a project that was started in 2016 by Lions, and District 4A1 adopted this project as the Centennial Challenge Project. And all of you out there know what those projects are, and I'm sure you've got many of them in your communities. But this one is absolutely fantastic. And for those of you, especially in California and the surrounding states where you can get to Calaveras Big Trees easily, come on out and help to build this. Help to donate your You're very welcome donations to help pay the cost of this and see it through. And come and visit. That's the most important thing too, is donate and come visit the Calaveras big trees. So I think that's wraps us up right now, and I'm so happy you were here today and talk about this wonderful project. This is a great project. So thank you, Rob.
And it actually is a Lions project.
Yes. Totally a Lions project. Yes. And that's what makes it so special.
Thank you for having us. It's been our pleasure.
Thank you, too. Been my pleasure, and I'm sure it's been all of your pleasure out there. And we will see you again next Monday. Okay? And have a wonderful week. And keep up the good lion work that you're doing in all of your communities. Okay?